is just on your card lineup and your decks. So you can have multiple preset decks, especially, which is helpful for like dungeon runs and stuff like that, because you might have different teams that are better for different dungeons. Um, but in general, as far as your card lineup goes, you have options as far as the different kinds, whether you have melee versus ranged. And that's when talking about having multiple teams, it is helpful to have multiple teams set up, because like for dungeons and campaign runs, certain dungeons are skewed towards having melee cards, versus other dungeons are you need to have a lot of range cards in order to really beat the dungeon level. So as you can see on your cards, each of your cards have right here, you have your type slash effect. So in this case, or more half jaw is a melee, so all his attacks are melee, meaning that when he attacks, he also receives damage equal to whoever he's attacking strength. Um, but like a range character, they don't take damage when they attack. And then like this one right here, you can have you have your attack type, and then you also have your effect. So the skeleton archer will apply frost when they attack, meaning whenever they attack, they freeze them, and then the frozen cards can't attack or deal damage. But there's other ones like there's a fire, there's an electric, the lightning, um, so all these cards have different effects. So when you're building your deck, you want to take that into consideration, just because it can really help give your deck diversity and kind of be able to counter different lineups. So if you have a deck strictly of melee, no effect um, cards, it could not be as successful against certain dungeons or certain campaign stages. Um, the one I happen to be running right now is very melee heavy, just because um, the Goblin Mountain synergy, and that's another thing I'll get into in a second. But so yeah, so aside from your ranged, your melee, you also have the attack pattern. So a lot of units, right here, you'll see their attack pattern is shown as default, meaning whoever you click on when you attack, that's who the unit's going to attack. But then you'll have some other ones, like this guy here. His attack pattern is random, and and this number 2 means, so he attacks a selected target, and then he will also chain his attack to another enemy. He's only going to take return damage from the person you selected he attacked, but then his strength, it'll also chain damage to that other enemy as well, which is very useful, because essentially you're getting twice the applicable damage. You'll have other cards that can do like a row or a column attack. I mean, there's lots of different ones there, but incorporating those can be really useful, because it just allows you to deal more damage, clear waves quicker. And then finally, an important thing to notice on the cards is the faction, just faction slash ability bonuses. So like for Ormorg Halfjaw, so he's my hero card, but you can see he has a couple of abilities, like this one buffs all goblin allies by 20% of the card's max strength, and then his hero ability is, buffs all mountain allies by 20% of the max strength. So he's got a goblin buff and a mountain ally buff. These other goblins happen to be both mountain and goblins, so they actually get both of those buffs. So it can take what looks like an otherwise kind of weaker card, so like an 89 power or 89 strength, and then like I got these 35 and 36, it'll make it a lot stronger. So like if I go over into a dungeon attack here, let's just pick this guy. So yeah, we'll see we got 89, 36, 35. It multiplied them up to got a 249 and a 196 just because we're utilizing those faction bonuses. So especially when creating your team, that is crucial. Just because you can kind of channel your resources, especially like towards your heroes, that can pass along a lot of benefits to other characters. But let me know if you have any other questions. But thanks for watching.